This is a tough business to run for president.
I know. You're a tough guy, Jeb.
And we need to have a leader that is
real
principled.
tough.
You're never going to be president of the United States by insulting your way to the presidency.
Let's see. I'm at 42 and you're at 3. So far I'm doing better.
Doesn't matter.
So far I'm doing better. You know, you started off over here, Jeb. You're moving over further and further. Pretty soon you're going to be off the end.
Oh, my mom is the strongest woman I know.
She should be running.
This is not about my family.
Did you use the word smart? So you said you went to Delaware State, but you forgot the name of your college. You didn't go to Delaware State. You graduated either the lowest or almost the lowest in your class. Don't ever use the word smart with me. Don't ever use that word.
Oh, give me a break.
Because you know what? There's nothing smart about you, Joe. 47 years, you've done nothing.
They say, I have the most loyal people. Did you ever see that? Where I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay? It's like incredible. Some people say Biden's going to make it. Does anybody think he's going to make it to the starting gate? I mean, the guy can't find his way off of a stage. Look, here's a stage. Here's a stage. I've never seen this stupid stage before, right? I've never seen it. But if I walk left, there's a stair. And if I walk right, there's a stair. And this guy gets up. Where am I? Where am I? Nah, he's terrible. Terrible. You know, I'm much tougher on him than I used to be. Out of respect for the office, I was never like. He's the most corrupt president, the most incompetent president we've ever had. But when they indicted me, and then again and again and again, I was never indicted. Now I'm setting records. Al Capone was not indicted so much. Alphonse Capone. If you looked at Al Capone in the wrong way, he'd kill you. He was not indicted like me. I was never indicted. I didn't know. When they taught me at the Wharton School of Finance, they didn't talk about indictment. It's a disgrace what's happening. They weaponized elections. They've done everything. I mean, these are very bad people. But I used to talk relatively nicely about them. I wouldn't go out of my way. I wouldn't say the things I say now. Now I'm just all in because these people are bad and they're dangerous. And we have to stop. She was screaming for her child, who was a weightlifter, a real good one, and she got up, and she grabbed it. She grabbed it. Oz is a big physical fitness guy, and she got it. Come on, baby, you can do it. The mother's screaming. The father didn't care because he doesn't believe that his daughter can beat the person that's coming up next. The father's saying there's no way she's beating that guy. So she gets up and and she's ready. Now she's just got to do that fun. She's almost home. 1/8 of a pound more in each. 1/8, just a tiny little bit. Come on, darling. The mother's screaming like crazy. Darling, I love you, darling. Mom, I can't do it. Mom, couldn't do it. She failed. She was devastated. And then a young lady comes up, who was a young man just a little while ago. And he was actually a very poor, he was a weightlifter, but he was at one of the worst in the country. He was the lowest rung, about as low as you can get. So he transferred over to the other side. And he stood over that big barbell, and he looked at it. The guy could have lifted another 150 pounds. The whole thing is... How stupid are the people of Iowa? How stupid are the people of the country? So he said he has pathological disease. Now, if you're pathological, there's no cure for that, folks. Okay? There's no cure for that. But if you're a child molester, there's no cure. They can't stop you. Pathological, there's no cure. Now, he said he was pathological. Okay. What have we come to? When we have to believe this kind of stuff, and we're going to put somebody in office who considers himself to have pathological disease. Read the definition in the dictionary of pathological disease. And I'm not saying it. He said it about himself before he knew he was going to run for office. He took a knife And he went after a friend, and he lunged that knife into the stomach of his friends. But lo and behold, it hit the belt. It hit the belt. And the knife broke. Give me a break. Give me a break. Give me a break. The knife broke. Let me tell you, I'm pretty good at this stuff. So, I have a belt. Somebody hits me with a belt's going in because the belt moves this way. It moves this way. It moves that way. He hit the belt buckle. Anybody have a knife? You want to try it on me? Believe me, it ain't gonna work. You're gonna be successful. But he took the knife, he went like this, and he plunged it into the belt. And amazingly, the belt stayed totally flat. And the knife broke. How stupid are the people of Iowa? How stupid are the people of the country to believe this crap? So here's the good news. He's now saying all of that stuff happened because otherwise he's a liar. So Carson, oh, the knife broke. There it is. It's laying in the, oh, good. So what he's saying is that these series of events, and he goes into the bathroom for a couple of hours, and he comes out, and now he's religious. And the people of Iowa believe him. Give me a break. Give me a break.
All right, little break time here. I'm going to give some input, commentary, and some fun facts about these moments that you might not know. But if you want to skip this entirely, you can click on the timestamps down below for a certain section. If you're liking the video so far and you have a specific quote or clip that you really enjoy, you can comment it down below. I check the comments constantly and love to reply to you guys about that. Now, my favorite breakdown so far, obviously the Ben Carson belt buckle one. When you actually read the full breakdown of what Trump was doing up there and the lunging, the grabbing his own belt, asking the crowd if anybody had a knife, that is not a politician. That is a stand-up comedian who accidentally ended up running for president. That's one of the best parts about putting these videos together. You just keep going back to the same clips, and it gets funnier every single time. And then the Fifth Avenue statement. When you actually break down the psychology of what he was doing there, he wasn't having a slip of the tongue. He was literally diagnosing himself out loud on camera. He pulled back the curtain completely. No politician on earth does that. And then the media went crazy over it for days, which just proved his point. You cannot write this stuff. Now some fun facts. The Ben Carson moment happened in November 2015 in Fort Dodge, Iowa, when Carson was actually surging in the polls and threatening Trump's lead. So this wasn't Trump punching down. This was Trump feeling genuine heat and responding the only way he knows how. And if you want to talk about Jeb Bush, he entered that race with over $100 million in his war chest. And Trump took him apart with 2 words, low energy. That's it. 2 words ended the whole thing. I mean, that's just remarkable when you think about it. Let's get back into it.
I see Rick Perry the other day, and he's so, he's doing very poorly in the polls. He put glasses on so people will think he's smart. And it just doesn't work. People can see through the glasses. But he's got the glasses, the whole deal. Oh, Trump, huh? I say he did a lousy job on the border. The new governor, Governor Abbott, has put in things that should have been put in a long time ago. But I see him, he's so vicious. He used to be really a nice guy. He used to come to see me for contributions and support. All of a sudden, he wants to show he's a tough guy with Trump. So tough. This guy, Lindsey Graham, gets out, and he's out there, and he calls me a jackass. I'm supposed to be nice. I'm trying to be nice. I'm working hard to be nice. But every time I turn on, I have some guy that is hitting me, like hard. Now, the reason they're hitting me, in all fairness, is when you register 0 in the poll, what the hell? They have nothing to lose, right?
250 million people are not garbage. I can tell you who the real garbage is, but we won't say that. This truck is in honor of Kamala and Joe Biden. And Joe Biden should be ashamed of himself if he knows what he's even doing.
and she should be ashamed because she shouldn't let him do it. She's the vice president, but I assume she's acting as the president. She should never have let that happen. I love Puerto Rico, and Puerto Rico loves me. I don't know anything about a comedian. I love Puerto Rico. Nobody's done more for Puerto Rico than me. I took care of them when they had the big hurricanes, and nobody gets along better with Puerto Rico and the Puerto Rican people than me. They love me and I love them. So